All right, folks, the deck is Exodia Warrior. The goal of the deck is to use recruit mechanics like Gather Your Party and Woecleaver to pull Rivendare, Warrider, and the other Horsemen of the Apocalypse from our deck into play, get them killed through Provoke or Shield Slam, and if we happen to draw them, we also have the Boomship that allows us to play them from hand and give them Rush so that we can immediately kill them. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle or here on YouTube. All right, let's do this.
Denatrius versus Malfurion.
I must protect you. Let your penance begin.
Alright. I think I just want the recruit effects where I can find it. Technically, Flesh Behemoth is a recruit effect, but not a very inexpensive one. Is this Tog Druid? I think that's the only time you ever see a resizing pouch, so that's probably bad for me. Just keep our hand size low. Not that I think that it matters too much, but I don't know, it's probably our best chance. Yeah, they're going for 0 mana spells. I think it's just like Hog Miracle Druid. I just want to get this in play as early as I can, which is next turn.
Tonight, a tale of terrible
Rip.
tragedy.
Oh, they whiffed. It's a pretty rough 1 and 3. I think they run Yogg. Almost certainly not, no. They win the game as soon as they stick an Auctioneer, usually. The exact wrong card to draw there. Now that said, what I can do, now that I drew it, is hold it until after the Tog turn, and then play it either going into or immediately following. Or I can simply kill them, I guess. That works too. Look at me! I'm the aggro deck now. It's also quite literally the very first time that I've had a Thaddius do something for me.
Denatrius versus Malfurion.
I must protect for one. Let your penance begin.
Okay. You just go Rivendare into Woecleaver pulls. The only thing that makes sense is if they have those taunt minions in hand. Otherwise, they're just making nonsense plays. But if they do, we have the Bladestorm.
You cannot crack my carapace.
Okay. Makes a little bit more sense. Still not sure that it's worth, but... Good God. It looks like a due process deck, right? So I'm gonna dump cards where I can.
You cannot crack my carapace.
It's a bit of a punish. Hey, welcome, Dominic. Read that, look for a shield block. Good God. Alright, I mean, we just challenge it with the Warrider next turn. But I really need them to play like a bio project or something. I hope they don't armor out of range of our combo.
Turn back, and your death shall be merciful.
That's not at all how that worked. They were just dumping cards themselves. I should have actually just swung with the weapon, right? Like, the concern is overdrawing the pieces at this point, but... So we assume that was intentional? I mean, it could have been, right? Just to get the solar eclipse out of hand. It could have also easily been an oopsie, I don't know. This Death Rattle goes off first in a Poison Seed situation, so this will still summon one of the Horsemen.
Stand down, ye soul-eating swirly bird!
Welcome, lost child. Let me introduce myself.
Shut your face!
Okay. I've got all of the pieces. I just need a way to kill them with the Boomship. But I also just get a lot of cards out of hand with the Boomship next turn. Most likely horseman to become a farmer. More grain, of course. Could be the infinite mana turn, but... not quite. Thanks. Trying to overdraw the last one, but they don't know I already have it. If I get a shield slam, it's ogre. I mean, that was just their best attempt at not losing to the combo here, right? I'm trying to immediately mill it. This order could have kept Divine Shield. I don't want Divine Shield, though. I wanted it to be easier to kill. Thanks, though.
I have no choice.
Easy.
Denatrius versus Rastakhan.
Before King Rastakhan.
Okay, probably keep the removal-y things for Shaman. Less convinced about the shield shatter, but it might be good to have. Gonna be tough to play around Devolve. So. I need to kill the Rivendare the turn he comes out. This is also not a good hand for this matchup. I kill the Rivendare the turn that he comes out, and then I look to set up a Boomship.
Let's stash that away.
I don't know. This is probably not a good matchup because of like Mutanus. Most other cards in their deck. Mutanus, Dirty Rat, Devolve. It's hard to play around Shaman Disruption for this deck.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor!
Alternatively, what I can do is simply just risk it next turn and pray that they don't have an early Devolve.
Turn back, and your death shall be merciful.
Yeah, welcome, Speedy. All right, let's go ahead and not risk this any longer. I've got a Shield Slam, I've got a Bladestorm. I've got ways to kill them if I just draw them like one at a time. That has to die. And I don't want to use the Shield Slam if I can avoid it.
Scream for me!
This doesn't seem like a high priority to kill when I have a, when they have the hero power already in play. Hey, see you later, Cully. Thanks for hanging out. As always. A good time for that to come down. Alright. Maybe they'll run Cold Night Oracle for me. Bzz. I mean, we're just a hunter for a while now, at least.
I ain't talking.
These things happen.
It's fine.
Naturally.
We haven't seen a duplicate yet. We've seen a lot of atypical cards.
Welcome, lost child. Let me introduce myself.
I need to play it because their Shutterwalk is online, so as soon as they top deck it, they just play it. Okay. Oh, we lost to Hex. It's not even Reno.
Unstoppable!
Welcome, Chico.
From the junkie.
Stand down, ye dull-witted curly bird, and you'll fly back.
This is like old school Shatter Shaman. I mean, most of these cards were not at all a consideration, even in old Shatter Shaman lists. Need to get better value off of some of these cards than that. Like Murmuring has never been a card that you want to run. Quest has never been a card that you want to run. It's just a
I'm 7
kind of odd assortment of cards.
predictable.
Turn away while you still can. It is too late. I must obey.
We're a little bit behind in fatigue, but I'm a lot of bit ahead in health at least.
I see.
Sure.
I am running out of cards.
It's now or never!
From the junkie.
Doesn't seem like the best idea. could make it possible to set up a tie.
You here for the
Or
tour?
even a loss, depending on the order of their draws.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
And it doesn't fail. I guess they do heal in between, so they probably just win.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch. My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Yeah, seems good. This looks like an auto-completion deck. No, it absolutely does not, because what an auto-completion deck does, if you add Shutterwalk, it builds the best Shutterwalk deck that it can. Using the data that the Hearthstone team has. Think it'll be a tie? No. There's no circumstance where that becomes a tie. I think it will be a tie. Well, this is a loss. 2 straight chat messages. Seems about right. Dude does every disruption card? I mean, that has, like, the typical amount of disruption cards that a Shutterwalk Shaman has, doesn't it?
Let your penance begin.
Like, the disruption cards were the standard Shutterwalk Shaman cards.
I see you.
Okay, might need to consider playing around Silence.
Greetings from the old days.
My warmest greetings to you.
We'll see how important this shield sign becomes. Just because, like, a 1 mana shard is pretty commonly run. Bird. I also don't want to kill that for a bit. Oh god. Well, it's not Silence I need to play around.
Too
Alright. And probably just hang on to the Plague Spreader for a bit.
Death is not gentle.
So that it can soak up potential Plague Spreaders from the opponent. And then hope that I can make it to turn 9. Actually, do I? Yeah, turn 9 is fine. Again, they generated the Ashering Ritual. This is risky. Because it's a 50-50, but I probably can't take all this board pressure. Honestly, that might just be GG. This is just yet another deck that completely hard counters me.
You are safe now.
Bump, Minefield, play the other one. We need to, like, aggressively try and Plague Spreader now. Missed. Try and convert this into a Plague Spreader. I should probably just go next, though. I'm, like, in a horrendously bad position. Especially after that. There's another really good hit for the Plague Spreader that I missed. Problem is now they can draw the combo pieces with the Dead Ringers.
Turn back, and your death shall be merciful.
This is really miserable. It's gonna kill me with base damage.
Fight as the ancients did.
Alright. Can I get a matchup that doesn't just, like, directly counter me? Like, 3 of our 4 matchups have been bordering on impossible to win. So far we faced Mill Druid, Hyper Mill Druid with a Tog combo, Shutterwalk Shaman, and now Weasel Priest. So realistically, every single deck, like,
Stay in the shadow.
not necessarily hard counters, but is very good into what I'm trying to do. Welcome, Mateo. There's no need to shout, though. Bladestorm really good into that. So is the Shield Slam, or Shield Shatter. This is actually probably a fine matchup. Fun. How about some combo deck, like Megathune Death Knight? You mean combo decks like the one that I'm playing right this very moment? That is actually quite like a Megathune deck. I don't know, I'll think about it.
Love the feel of wind in me sails.
Double Bladestorm.
Wait for me! Wait for me!
Love the feel of wind in me sails.
If they have a prep, I need to clear this, right? Because they go 1, 2, complete the quest, which looks to be what they're trying to set up here. Alternatively, I could just play the Bulwark and clear next turn. But that gives up the Bulwark at risk of them not having the clears are expensive is the thing. So I think it's just Bulwark and, like, weirdly hope that they have the prep. Looks like a play towards a prep, though.
Wait for me!
Wrong.
Too soon.
Good time for a brawl. One of the two bad outcomes, though, because that's like a good step target.
Wait for me! Turn back, and your death shall be
This is not a time to clear, because if we're going to die to chargers from hand, we're going to die to chargers from hand regardless of what we do to set up. Yeah, we're dead. But clearing 2 minions is not a wise play there. This is why the risk was so high in not taking the Bulwark. It's once again just another just outrageously poor matchup for me. They're always going to have the charge kill before I can set up. So Maybe eventually we'll get something. A decent matchup.
Denathrias!
You win.
So in PTSD about Quest Rogue and Standard? Yeah, but everyone said that Angora was the best time in Hearthstone history.
Denathrias versus Tyrande.
You will give me strength.
Let your penance begin.
Alright. Let's go ahead and play the video game this time, hopefully.
Ah, I see you've brought
Sure.
guests.
Yep. This is better for me than anything I've faced so far. I do have to be a little bit careful with silences and Mutanus.
Surrender your will to the Cabal.
All right.
Where you followed.
And is not great for this situation, but at least next turn I get to Commencement.
At last, a worthy disciple.
They're just jealous of my sweet armor. Fortunately, I don't really have a way to play around silence and transform effects if I hit the Baron here, so I think I'd just be better off hitting the Fleshy. Cool. This might even bait like silence effects. And critically, it gives me they might want that in the future. It gives me duplicates for the Rivendare if something weird happens. Yeah, well, that would have been very bad for me to run into. Next turn I might have to go here, here, here. So actually I probably should have played the Frozen Buckler, right?
The caress of death is not gentle.
Or I could simply play the Behemoth again. Seems like the way to go. What is going on? Goes to my hand?
Hello, Roffle.
Hi.
I just wanted you to know that my deck is bigger.
I mean, I'd say prove it, but I don't know if I want that to happen. Thank you, Sabretooth, for the super chat.
No force on Azeroth can stop me!
Wait, I could have actually gotten armor off of that, couldn't I? Yep. Maybe I also... No, I couldn't have. But I shouldn't have let them buff their hand. That was maybe a silly thing to do. Wait, yeah, weren't they at a full hand? That's the far and away worst outcome for me. Fine. At the very least, that's the best time for that.
I've heard for every dollar you spend on a super chat you get to spend $1 on a super chat. Thank you for the content, Roffle.
Every $1 you spend on a suit. That is true. Do I take 8 to ensure that I don't get transformed? I think I do. Thank you, T, for the super chat. So I go like this into the Bladestorm. It'll deal 7 to my minion, kill it, shuffle, and then I can bash into that.
Let's see.
Turn back, and your death shall be mercy.
Unstoppable! I have to go faster.
The problem, however, is they're generating a lot of value and a lot of things that can break the rest of my combo. But I can draw the Woecleaver here. And then look for, like, shield slams before I play it. Oh, they have their own. That was not copied from mine. gonna save this for a point, especially this one. There's no reason to play it right now. Makes total sense to have multiple Exodias just in case. It sure doesn't. But that's alright. Oh god, they can identity thieve into my stuff.
The shadows grow short.
Down. That's why I've been hesitating to play these out. That's good to know.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
This deck just has literally every single win condition.
Cast the darkness from your heart.
We're likely taking 7. I just need a Boomship and them to have another large minion.
My stick now.
Gift of Jesus.
This is the least sensical deck I've ever seen. Realistically, I probably have no chance at winning from here. They just kill me with their hero powers, which is like in the Astalar, which is why the deck is good, not because you cram it full of a bunch of nonsense.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
Unless they play like a 2-mana 6/6 here. I think I'm in trouble. I'm just dead. That looked like a deck that somebody in chat would suggest I play, or a set of cards that a chatter would suggest. You know, you can't lose to Disruption if you just have every single possible combo.
Denatrius versus Maiev.
Set sail for glory.
Let your penance begin.
Renethal and Rogue? Okay.
Ahoy there.
My warmest greetings to you.
Looks like a chat GPT deck. No, there are no flame imps in that deck. Oh, yes. Everyone always reveals their intelligence in chat when I lose to, like, silly cards like that. Well, it won, so it can't be that bad. Yep. Yep, that reveals a lot more about you than it does the cards that the opponent played. Alright, surely Rogue doesn't have ways to disrupt this combo, right? Sometimes I do wish that I was flexible to do the mental gymnastics required for chat to, like, justify the cards that our opponents play. I would be performing in the Olympics if I were capable of doing so. Roffle, a little salty from that Eldo Genius deck. I'm not salty from the loss. I'm salty because chat keeps saying dumb things. Like you, for instance. They don't have a kill on it right now.
Give me that. Look what I
lied.
want.
It's always going to hit the Rivendare.
Quickly.
I don't know how to tell you this, but if chat saying dumb things is a problem, then you may need to find a new job. I mean... but I'm good at this job, and I like this job. Maybe chat could just be less dumb. Like you, for instance. Alright, I want to try and avoid playing this one so that I have better chances at pulling my my 3 remaining riders. Mr. Streamer, you sure don't seem cut out for that thing that you've been doing for 7 years or 5 years of your life. I am very smart.
Welcome, lost child.
Blammo!
Let me introduce myself.
That's not how taunt works. Mass poly incoming. I mean, I've got a backup Rivendare, so wouldn't be the end of the world.
Stand down, ye dull-witted early bird! Shine your flight, Brawl!
It doesn't kill anyway, so I can just save this for the last piece, or I can simply trade it. Since I don't have the a way to cheat out the last piece, other than maybe the Fleshy next turn. I'd rather find like a Woecleaver or something. Just go flush Behemoth into have the Boomship as a possibility. It's a main deck banish though.
You pay, I protect.
Huh?
May break bones! Turn away while you still can. Job's done.
Alright. Sometimes we get a kill with the Boomship. We just need to make sure this one is on the board and we have a way to break it.
Let's muddy the waters.
Looks like you take out your life frustrations on chat. I don't really have many life frustrations. My life's pretty good. Maybe you're just like weirdly projecting. Like you're the one in here to like... This is my job. You're in here intentionally trying to agitate funny man on screen. Like, who's the real loser in that situation?
Your bones! I have no choice. I have no choice.
I don't have a kill on this yet. I would have with a shield shatter. Why are you adding needless fuel to the fire? Sad behavior. What exactly do you think you just did there?
Let's muddy the waters.
As long as we dodge a generated... Oh. Opponent found lethal.
My hand is full.
pull around the van, I put on frozen and placed some snacks in the back so they'll be less fussy.
Thank you, Cohen. I don't know if that'll help with all of it, but I'm sure it won't harm. You just missed lethal. Could have run it into the 3-attack minion to kill it off with a shield slam, right? And, did I? I don't know. I was preoccupied.
Let your penance begin.
Why not just punch the opponent directly for lethal? Because this is more fun. And also, I'm too busy, according to chat, using chat as a punching bag. Since this is a job, would chat trying to tilt you be considered a hostile work environment? I mean, I suppose so, but that would require, like, me to consider chat my coworker, which they're not. Awesome DayZ, thank you for the super chat. Why you take your chat frustrations from your opponent, Sag? I know, that's the real toxic behavior. Didn't miss lethal, you needed 2 more horsemen? Yeah, that's what I thought, but the way they were describing it seemed to indicate that maybe I could. I don't know, I wasn't clear on what they were saying. Unfortunately, this is just like probably another auto loss because of the disruption that is common among Shatter Shamans. Jeez, this is a really rough set of draws. And a pretty bad outcome, but I'm gonna have to use these to my advantage, I suppose. But again, just not at all a good matchup unless they do something silly with like a dirty route. Here, we'll give them a target for their inevitable sticky finger before we play the Woecleaver. I don't want to play the Woecleaver out just yet because that leaves me weak to devolve.
Let's stash that away.
Is this the same opponent as before? Because it kind of looks like it. The one that hexed me earlier. Guess that answers that. Check under your recent players. I do not know what the opponent's name is, though. Surely that was their only Hex card, right? Yeah, but we also saw a Devolve last time. So. Blammo.
May break bones! Turn away while you still can.
There's no Countess Ashmore in this deck because she would break the recruit mechanics.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
There's no disruption in there.
I wake once more.
Yet. That's the rush guy, right?
Scream for me! Scream for me! Fire flight! I have no choice.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Roffle, again for THR free money.
Thank you, SV, for the super chat and for giving me the free money. All right. The reason I want to set this up is so that I can go here, Brawl next turn, potentially.
Let's stash that away.
Or I could draw something that helps me kill this. That should be it. GG. Oh wait, no. Yeah, they both have rush. I panicked there for a minute. Ooh. What if they have Mutanus? I mean, that's always going to be bad for me, right? Like, having... Then it's a 50-50 instead of a 1 in 3. Still not great. Alright, I'll be right back while this queues.
Denathrias versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin. Let your penance begin.
Full keep seems alright. When I had the wrong half of their deck. I mean, to be fair, that's happened to me a lot with this deck, so. Fair's fair.
Greetings, traveler. My warmest greetings to you.
Probably not the easiest matchup for me. But at least they don't have transform effects, so if I can keep their board clear, I don't lose the game to transform effect, so that's pretty neat. What's 3 mana? Is it Max? Master's Call. Doo-doo. Ignore the bullies and they'll stop is the worst advice I've ever been given. I mean, don't tell chat that. But also sometimes I am the bully. And before they run out? Oh man. Don't say that.
It costs only $2 to get a free super chat.
True. Actually true. Thank you, Nikolai, for the super chat. Do have brawls, those are helpful, as are the shield shatters. But I do need to survive to get to them. Enjoy watching streams of games other than Hearthstone? If so, what games? I do not often watch Hearthstone streams. In fact, when I do watch streams or any type of content, it tends to not be Hearthstone because I get so much Hearthstone in my life as it is. So like when I'm done Hearthstoning, I don't really want to, you know, continue thinking about Hearthstone necessarily. But watch a wide variety of content and streamers. I like watching Elden Ring speedrunners because they're good at the game in a way that I can never be. So that's fun. Wow. What is his default? Is it odd or even? If I hit the Thaddius, I could play this next turn, right? So, or rather the same turn. Okay. Well. Elden Run challenge runs are literally like crack. I don't know if they're literally like crack, but they're really entertaining. Good God. Thought we dealt with that already. I don't even have a good answer to it right now. Which is scary, because like...
Honestly, part of the fun of this stream is watching Roffle bullying the chat beta bullies.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Saber, too. Thank you for the super chat. Please don't leave the Rhino on the board. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I've just like gotten the worst outcomes off of brawls, and I was certain that it was going to happen again there. That hesitation nearly gave me a heart attack. Alright, hopefully we can get to the Woecleaver next. Oh, it's at 4. It still didn't kill the Rhino, which I can't leave a Rhino on the board. Especially into something like that. That would have been horrifying.
Stand down, ye dull-witted palace on your flight, Rock.
Good hits. Eventually we'll hit something that isn't a Warrider minion though, won't we? Like, I want to hit the Flesh Behemoths and Thaddius in this situation. I'm not going to complain about the rush one, though. Hitting the rush one is really good and very important. But I'm still going to complain. Because it's my job as a streamer. Yeah, that's also very terrifying. I have like 2 high priority kill targets right now that I cannot deal with.
What to do? What to do?
It is too late. I must obey.
No force on Azeroth can stop me.
I think this is actually more threatening right now. Oh, no! No, no. That ends up making me die. Right, because it'll attack their face, and then deal a bunch of damage. Almost did a whoopsie there. Oh my god, so much copium. Still don't have a good way through this, right? This should get a Flesh Behemoth most of the time. Okay. We do have Taunt Man in there as well, and then Blammo. Let's Wound Prey. Cope Hunter is surprisingly good. Yeah, it's well, I mean, like Beast Hunter was already a very good deck. It's just surprising how good Cope is in it. I think what I want is I want to hit the Blammo, and then I can recruit into the Taunt minion so they're forced to go through it. That would be the ideal situation here. So it's a 50-50 to hit... Cool. Wait, am I just gonna die anyway? Guess not.
I still can.
There must be a way.
I don't think there is, Rokara. No! 50-50 lethal? What? I don't don't have a way to kill the Blammo, do I? I didn't have armor to do so. If I draw the Blammo or the Provoke, it's lethal. So, 20% of the time we get there. Sometimes Brawl also gets me there. It's GG.
Impossible.
Wonder what made these 4 men so hoarse? Probably, you know, screaming at YouTube chat. That's what always does it for me. I think if we had hit some flesh behemoths instead of just ripping the Warriders turn after turn, that probably would have been a little bit easier.
Let your penance begin.
I mean, this is all good removally stuff for Shaman. Rough draw? I think our draw was good. Our recruits were bad. Except that last turn, the draw was bad. Oh god. I'm not looking forward to another game against Shaman. Just come up the board a little bit. Oh. Interesting. I still do, like, this is still not good. They're still gonna have devolves. I don't know how to deal with this, other than just, like, rip the band-aid off next turn. Hope that I hit a flesh behemoth. Good start. Just don't be the bad outcome, please. Do I swing into Devolves? I have a choice. I've had Devolve opportunities already. Please, please. Okay. Fine.
Welcome, lost child. Let me introduce myself.
I think I hold the weapon swing for a turn. Doesn't matter. It matters because we have a flesh behemoth in there as well.
I have little time.
So it wasn't guaranteed this is better. It's just so miserable to lose to a singular card that is very commonly run. Is it possible I never find this lovely opponent Roffle encounters? I mean, what? They're playing a strong deck in the format? What? I mean, it's Big Shaman is only slightly off meta.
Denatrius versus the Lich King.
Know your place. Venthyr.
Unfortunately, they do have a transform a card if they're unholy. So hopefully they're not unholy, or hopefully they use it on their own stuff.
Ah, I see you've brought guests.
Now I guess patchwork is the concern.
I grant you permission to speak. My warmest greetings to you.
It's always Frost. I think Frost is the least likely to be Renathal. So I think it's possibly unholy, but more likely to be Blood in Wild.
My blood for the Lich King.
This is probably better for me than Unholy, just because there's a failure rate associated with patchwork. And there's only one copy of patchwork versus, well, plus Mutanus, but Mutanus is easier to play around.
The strength is to be found in serenity.
Is that Renathal quote? Thank you, Pixar. A Boomship. Good. Next turn, I'm just gonna coin the gather your party.
The citadel stands strong.
What is a deck that beats Secret Mage?
I think even Death Knight does pretty well into it. Even Shaman probably does well into it. There are quite a few decks. I would check.
Turn back, and your death shall be merciful.
I guess a good time for it.
Most intriguing.
I would check the latest VS report. That might give you some good direction to go. Because not much has changed since then that would flip any matchups or anything. I don't think I actually need to kill that, do I? Like, they're blood, so they're not running Dark Transformation. They could maybe...
I ain't talking.
So I do have to worry about Mutanus, it would seem. But... Bran plus Patchwork? I think that, like, if we're assuming that Bran into Patchwork is happening, I need to be comboing before then, you know? So... like, I don't think that's that big of a concern.
Well met.
Kara Abbott became a Tier 1 member.
Hey, thank you, Kara.
Well met.
Lassa Sognus became a Superfan member.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna mute this for a moment. It looks like the daily rollover is happening for members. Thank you, everybody, for the free membership, though.
Pilu became a Tier 1 member.
How to decide?
Alright.
No force on Azeroth can stop me.
Let's just get rid of this weapon. It doesn't seem that important. We want to put more damage on our... maybe I should have swung just because of what... Well, I don't know. Like, damage doesn't seem to be the thing that's important in this situation. And it's not Reno, so no Zeph. Weirdness to worry about, I would think. They did get a card off of Vizier. Like, again, if they're thinking hard about the interaction, that would be something that would be prioritized. Dark Transformation would be, rather.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
I was going to kill that off myself, so... Blammo!
Welcome, lost
Time has
child.
come.
Let me introduce myself. Your life is mine.
I have a backup of, so I don't want to waste cards trying to remove her. Nor do I want to play... Maybe I should have played this from hand, just to play around Mutanus. That actually would have been the play. That was dumb. Get the non-redundant ones in play, rather than on board.
Who knows what secrets will appear? Can spell.
Looking for the Dark Transformation, maybe? But that takes the Bran out of the picture. And then I can just Minefield to clean up next turn.
Pick me! Pick me! Pick me! Pick me!
It's actually better for me. Yeah, silence only matters on the last one.
Unstoppable!
So I just need the last fella. And I probably want to go Flesh Behemoth first, because right now Patchwork is a 50-50 in my deck. It's fine. I don't have anything game breaking. Honestly, they don't know it, but this is probably the one that I want the most. They took the Commencement, which is, like, from their perspective does make sense. Plot twist, Patchwork plus Zola. I mean, at this stage, a singular Patchwork is probably all that is needed, so I just need to figure out a way to... Okay, 50-50. We did it.
Turn away while you still can.
Whew. Why not just Boomship? Boomship is from hand, not deck.